We're off to a so-so start. We've had some injuries. We played well at times, and we've not played well at times. But we've got a talented group. We've got a lot of size. I like this team. I think we have a chance to do really good things in conference. We get everybody back out to the court.
Coach, what has Jordan Brown meant to your team? Obviously, the Pac-12 Sixth Man of the Year last year, and now your leading scorer. What has he meant to your program thus far in non-conference?
He's done a really good job coming off the latest game at Louisiana Tech. He shot 9 for 11 in the first half, had 20 points at the half, finished with 13 of 18, only played 25 minutes, had to sit for 12 minutes due to foul trouble in the second half. But he's meant a lot. He can score the ball, rebound the basketball. This was our third game that we have played without Theo Akuba playing beside him, who's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. So that's a little bit of a difference, but Jordan's done a lot so far for us and is starting to feel more comfortable each and every day.
Coach, we've got a media question here from Kevin Foote. Could you talk about Saturday's game and the lack of depth in scoring behind Jordan? Was it injuries, foul trouble, or what would you chalk that up to?
Well, it's missed shots, basically. Kobe Julian started off against McNeese State on Wednesday night, 4 for 4 from 3 in the first half, and had 18 points. And this game, he goes scoreless. So we've got to have him score points. We also missed shots. Between Kobe and Greg Williams, we were 0 for 10 from 3. And those guys both had great looks. The shots ran out, but they didn't go. So that was part of our scoring issue right there.
And then can you talk about the challenges that Houston presents in your next non-conference game?
They're very physical, certainly one of the better teams in the country. Strong, coming off a Final Four run a year ago with some of the players back. They play an aggressive style and excellent offensive rebounding team. I think Ken Palm's got them ranked 4th in the country offensively and 9th in the country defensively, or vice versa. But they're both sides of the ball. They're playing extremely well, and it'll be a physical game, one that we'll have to value the ball, be strong, and be ready to play. They're coming off a controversial loss as well, so I'm sure their appetites will be ready for another trip to get it back on the court.
Coach, you've had a really tough non-conference with Alabama, Indiana, now Houston coming up. What are those matchups in those games do to prepare you for conference play at the end of the month?
Well, you're playing some of the better teams in the country, and you know how physical they are, how fast they play, and how good they are defensively. So I believe that these opportunities have helped us. The Alabama game helped us. We certainly feel that, and hopefully this game will help us also. But traveling Indiana and Marshall, future conference opponent, was a good game for us too, and one that we had the lead in at halftime. But I think Marshall's one of the better teams in Conference USA. So we have played a good schedule, and hopefully it'll pay off in conference play.
Another media question as well, Coach. Do you feel like you're starting to run out of time to get into rhythm with all the moving parts on the team, or is there still time in your mind?
No, there's still time for sure. We know our rhythm. We just got to get guys that are healthy. We played the last several games with 2 starters out. So we've got some guys on the bench that can step up and provide quality depth. And when they have the opportunity to do that, they need to do it.
And then how would you assess the state of Sunbelt men's basketball as we look forward to the start of conference play here at the end of the month? And what are you looking forward to as we get into the conference season?
We're looking forward to a full conference slate, hopefully without interruptions like we had last year. Fans back in the stands, got good coaches, good players in this league. Should be a very competitive conference season and conference tournament in Pensacola. And we're just looking forward to competing and getting out there. I think we've had some good non-conference wins by some of our teams and have played well. And I think the league's strong and continuing to get better.
Any injury updates you can provide? I know you've mentioned a couple of guys being out. Anything you can provide would be great, Coach.
Yeah, we're still in a holding pattern with a couple of guys. We'll see. Brian Ayuk could possibly play tomorrow against Houston, but looks like Theo will probably hold him and give him the extra break over the Christmas break to return for conference play.
And then another question from Ron Snyder. What do you see in your team that you still need to work on the defensive side of the ball?
Got to be consistent. We've been really good at times. We were excellent against Alabama and West Florida, Southern Miss. And then we've been good in spots in each half, but we've had a lull for a few possessions, first and second half in the last several games. And we've got to be more consistent on the defensive end, do a better job blocking out, rebounding the ball.
Looking ahead to March, what are your thoughts on Pensacola as the site of the Sun Belt Conference tournament, and what does having a destination championship like that mean for your student athletes and your program?
I think it's great. As we said earlier, we're having fans back in the stands. We had some limited access last year, but hopefully it'll be full go this time. And Pensacola is a great city, one that I've spent some time at, Pensacola Junior College, and I think they did a great job hosting it last year. And providing a quality venue for us to play and for our fans to come. And I think it's important. It's somewhat in the middle of our footprint and even on the south end, but it's more centrally located in a place that's pretty accessible to travel to.